So, city by city, what did you think? Because they're all different. They all have their, their good points and stuff.
Each one has its own personality, and actually, the women in each city have their own different personalities.
Okay, well, we're coming to the end of the tour. We're still in Nikolaev, but I managed to drag one of the guys away from dating. Jeremy, how you doing?
Doing great, and you did have to drag me away, but
I know I did. I know I did. You've been dating quite a bit.
Yeah, well, hey, you got to take advantage of your time here, right?
Yeah, well, this is what you're here for, right?
Absolutely. So take advantage of it, get out there and, meet some wonderful women.
Now, Jeremy, you actually did both the tours. You did the back-to-back.
Yes, correct.
The Duke tour. You did Kyiv, Kharkov, Odessa, now here in Nikolaev. Tell me what you think.
It was great. I had a great time doing it, and I'm glad I did the dual tour because first time doing this, and I tell you, I was a different person at that first social than I was here in Nikolaev at that last one. So, yeah, if I would have just done two, I had success. Don't get me wrong, but by the end, you kind of become more like a seasoned veteran. I'm a pro. Right. I got this, and you learn what you can do better each time. So I'm glad I did the dual tour.
And I mean, I explained that to you, didn't I?
Yeah,
I told
absolutely.
you guys that, especially after that very first social, you got that under your belt. You feel more relaxed, going to Kharkov. So, city by city, what did you think? What did you think of Kyiv, Kharkov? I know because they're all different. They all have their, their good points and stuff. What did you think?
It's funny because one of the women I met was asking me, because she's following me along my journey here, and she's like, "Well, what did you think of all the cities?" And loved in Kyiv the energy. In Kharkov, I love that it's more, I love the parks there, and
they are great.
Wonderful lady I met took me on a little self-guided or tour that
she took you over to Gorky Park.
Yeah. So it was great. Odessa, we rolled in there, and you could just feel the calmness. It's totally just calm environment, and Nikolaev here, it's beautiful as well. I haven't had as much of a chance to explore here because we haven't been here quite as long.
Well, when you got here yesterday.
Yeah, but it's each one has its own personality, and actually the women in each city have their own different personality. So it's nice to get those experiences with the different cities, the different women.
So you did see a difference between the big city girls, Kyiv, Kharkov, as opposed to like girls here in Nikolaev?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when I initially planned on doing this, I wasn't going to do the dual tour. I wanted to make sure I did the the southern portion. But I am glad I got to do the dual part and see it because there is a difference. So it's nice to see kind of a little sample because it's what they're used to, right? So you want to find something that's comfortable you want to find what's right for you, but it's got to be comfortable and right for them as well. So it's nice to be able to see it all. And kind of, get a little feel, what they're used to and what they'd be able to adjust best to.
And it makes sense, too. If you're already over here, why not do all four cities?
Absolutely. I mean, you might as well get the full experience instead of, would come back, but do it when you're here instead of doing it now and then maybe the other two cities in 2 months. Do it all at once, right? Put it all together.
Right. Because I even commented to Jeremy here about you always had a smile on your face. Morning, noon, and night, it didn't matter. You always had a smile on your face, and it was so positive, and it was good to see. So how long did it take you from the time you looked at the site to the time you actually started, you actually decided I'm going to go on the tour?
Honestly, it was probably, maybe a month or two.
So it was pretty quick.
Yeah, what had happened is right around the time that COVID had started. So I looked at the site, and you guys were doing those seminars and stuff where you're traveling around the country. Well, COVID started, and you had to cancel them. And so that's, John did a online one. And so I did that. And actually that seminar was great because people could ask questions and you could get a real feel for, as a company, how you guys are. And I was sold on there. They put a deposit down today. And sure enough, I'm putting a deposit down today.
Because there's a lot of guys who procrastinate. They sometimes for years and before they even decide to go on a tour. Some don't even go on tours. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, we're sitting here in the restaurant with the beautiful river behind us. If you could give any advice to these guys who are sitting there watching this right now, what advice would you give them if they're even thinking about coming over here?
If you're even thinking about coming over here, take the step. It's not a huge step. You just need to take the step. It's don't get me wrong. It's great to write the letters, but when you come here, you meet the women. You make that connection. There's no way I can describe it to you. So you need to come have that experience for yourself, because I thought, writing letters to these couple women. I tell you what, the women I met in person and having a conversation, whether it's 10, 15 minutes at a social or a longer conversation on a one-on-one date, that's when you really feel it. So take the dive. Come over here. Trust me, it'll be well worth your time.
That was very well said.
Well, thank you.
Very well said. Jeez. Well, we still got a few more days.
Absolutely.
You still have a few more dates.
Yes.
So we'll spend more time together. But I thank you, Jeremy. You've been great, and I hope to see you again over here sometime. And I hope to see one of you guys, or all of you guys who are watching this. Like Jeremy said, don't stop procrastinating, guys. It is so true what you just said about writing letters is fine. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. There's no shame in that. But if your point is that you would actually like to meet them, you got to come over.
Yeah, that connection, and the women here, they want to meet someone, right? And most of them I talk to, they don't want a pen, but they want someone. They want a real life experience, and you got to be here to get that.
Yeah, and like you just said, they told you this in person. They don't want a pen pal. They actually want a real man in person.
Yep.
All right, guys. So Jeremy, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
And we'll talk to you guys later.